What's up, guys? It is Maxwell with the next war recap video. This weekend CWL match, J-Off against OneHive. This was an awesome war. Let's get right into it. Here we go with the friendly Warlock, and as you can see, coming away with a victory against OneHive, 111-109. So big shout out to the team. Very, very nicely done. A huge victory for us for sure. And yeah, let's get right in. So as you can see, they actually left my base only one start, but we also had one of their 11s, just one start. And from there, we went, had 4 10v10 triples, they only had 3. So yeah, let's get into the first attack. As you guys know, I like to talk about the stats for a war a little bit later. We're gonna start off with Who Cares right here, taking down the OneHive legend Lord Byron LB, who you may still know from the Helsinki stream, I believe. Helsinki or Tallinn, I'm not quite sure. But anyways, you guys see it is Bewitch, but it's sort of a variation, so I thought I'd throw it into this video here, also because I don't think I have shown Who Cares so far, and I definitely wanted to honor his nice work. And also he's using Earthquakes and no poison spells, so that's definitely something new. 2 rage spells, so maybe you guys can pick up something with this if you do like to attack with Bewitch, because it is of course still very effective. Maybe you can pick up something new here and see how he's been doing it. So in this case, no Lava Hound in the Clan Castle, but some little troops. Has already used all the spells at this point, and he's really opened up the space. As you can see, his troops can reach both Expo, which is always so crucial with this attack. And yeah, the Queen is going to get down the second Expo actually. We've got a few Witches and a Wizard as well working here on the bottom. And then over at the top, the Bowlers are doing some massive work. Actually, the Queen did open up another wall here for her to go through and take out the next part of the space. And yeah, this ended up being quite an overkill. So an interesting variation, I think, at least. If you still don't like the attack strategy, that's okay as well. But yeah, I just thought it was worth looking at it. So very well done to Who Cares on base number 31. We're going to move up 3 for you guys to number 28, and where we have got Chrysler coming in with Go Bo Lalo. So let's watch that one. Yeah, we have 3 Tower 9 attacks today. Then of course all the 4 10v10 triples that we had. And then where we, by the way, also going to have a special shout out because we had an awesome performance. And then one 10v11 that ended up being a fresh. So yeah, let's see. Chrysler coming in right here with a very, very wide funnel. Then the Golem is just out of range of the enemy Queen, which is of course a nice thing. And I actually believe he does not have bowlers. I think he just wants to get the enemy AQ and 2 air defenses here. So it is actually a cold-blooded Lalo. So Golaloon, the good old Golaloon, a throwback to the meta when there were no bowlers inside the game, which everybody's now of course using these days. Golaloon, so that's definitely something cool. I didn't even know that, so subconsciously I picked a very interesting attack actually for this one. But yeah, let's see. Chrysler with his Queen ability still doing work, and he's going to start off the Lalo from the 12 o'clock corner over here, going straight into the first sweeper. But of course the second sweepers, they're not going to worry him at all. The first hound is sort of going to fly across the base, soak up all the traps, and other than that, not do too much. But he has a haste spell down right away to keep those loons as close as possible to that hound. Doesn't quite work out for him, but still the Expos are sort of distracted, so that's good. The first, the sweeper that is pushing him back now, being a bit pesky, but the rage spell proving very valuable towards the end of the space. And yeah, this ended up being quite an overkill. By the way, talking about Tower 9 attacks, in case you are wondering about my performance, I was in with my 9 as well inside this war and was actually able to pull off 2 3-stars. But there's going to be a special video coming up on my channel. I'm going to do a montage as we move on to number 26. So once again, well done to Chrysler. There's going to be, I'm going to create a montage for my attacks from this weekend, because I actually had an awesome weekend. I managed to succeed on all my attacks. So the 2 11s, the 1 Tower 10 that I do 10v11 with, and then the 9 in here, all of those attacks did go in. So awesome stuff there. Definitely a lot of fun for me this weekend. So I thought I would make a little bit of a special video for that. So it's going to be coming up. I don't quite know when, maybe tomorrow or maybe later today. I don't know, we'll see. It just sort of depends on when I can get around to the editing. But yeah, let's check out Justin here, who, as you can see, is bringing a dragon attack. So that is also something we don't see too often. Unfortunately, his queen did lure out the lava hound, which was of course not the goal at all. He's got a mini Lalo as well. Those two back and air defenses are just lined up for him to take them out. So guys, I think we are already having some pretty awesome content here in the early stages of this video at Town Hall 9. So I hope you enjoy that. 3 very interesting attack strategies. First the Bewitch with those quakes, and then we had the Gola Loon, and now we've got the dragon attack. So yeah, shout out to that. Shout out to the J of Knights, who actually also had an awesome performance this war. Once again, improving the hit rate, 70% Town Hall 9 hit rate for J of this week. So very nicely done. OneHive only at 59. They had to dip several 9s actually. So yeah, J off with that horrible performance with like 38% or something week 1, and we have improved ever since, up to 50%, then I believe 58%, and now 70% this week. If we are gonna keep going like that, we are gonna beat War and Glory soon inside the 9v9 game. But yeah, definitely awesome. Shout out to all the Town Hall 9s inside J-Off. Starting up with the first 10v10, we've got Lord Baba coming in, who actually dropped the 6-pack this war, and also within, I watched it, 48 minutes of the war, he tripled the bottom 2 Town Hall 10. So very nicely done to him. Great job. For this one, he's coming in with the cloned dragons that you guys will probably be familiar with by now. It is a sort of still new attack strategy at Town Hall 10 to 3-star other 10s. So starting off with the queen right here, very easy grab of that first air defense, as you can see, no worries whatsoever. And then he is going to put his king over at the bottom here actually. The Wizzy not quite getting that air defense, but as you can see, he has 2 haste spells, so he's going to be able to use both of those to take out these air defenses here. Takes out the first one, then he can of course start off with the dragons. Here we go, dragon. He's got 2 more haste spells. He's going to be using one of those to hasten some loons to one of the remaining air defenses, and then he's going to have a rage spell of course to be able to deal with the last air defense. But 1 air defense is not so bad, the dragons can deal with that as well. So yeah, let's see. Very obvious rage spell here, uses it on this dragon on the flank to funnel. Second rage spell going in. Enemy queen gets one-shotted by all those dragons, of course. He's going to use the clone spell on the loons here, as you guys are probably now used to by now. There we go, clone spell is in. And then he still has the 3 loons left to be able to haste them onto the top air defense. The dragons are doing work, taking out the Inferno Towers, which is of course always sort of the main threat to loons. And that is why this attack strategy is so powerful. Waits until the Lava Hound is tanking that back-end air defense. Actually used the haste spell over there, and then just sends in the 3 loons to that air defense. Beautifully done without a spell. They take it out, and that is GG for this base. So very nice hit to Lord Babak, and just to honor him, we are going to jump right into his second triple. There we go. He took out base number 20 and 21. Awesome stuff. As you can see, these bases very similar, and he probably didn't even switch up his army. I didn't watch that closely, but once again, he's bringing the cloned dragons. Or the dragons with clone, I guess, because he's technically not cloning the dragons. Anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about. Let's see this. This time he's going to Kiwi Walk one of these air defenses. Actually, the king, or no, he was just setting the funnel. Okay, I thought he was going to Kiwi Walk it because the king was tanking, but I guess this cannon would have gotten him. Yeah. Anyways, queen gets the first air defense. Hasted loons once again get the second air defense, and then it is going to be dragons through the middle of the space. Very similar to the attack you have just watched. And yeah, let's see, the dragons doing work, going to pop the first rage spell onto them very soon here. Let's see. There goes the first rage spell, and the second one. He's gonna wait on the second one this time. There we go. Places it a little bit further into the base, and once the dragons have made their way towards the Inferno Towers and sort of created the very nice pathing for the Lalo, he drops in the Hound, the 1 loon, the clone spell, the haste spell, and the third air defense is down. Once again, the Hound scoots across the base, triggering, in this case, 1 red bomb, and then a little bit later, Still tanking that air defense for those 2 loons that come in, take it out. Rage Spell goes down, and yeah, once again, a big amount of dragons left, or plenty of dragons left to take care of this second to last expo, and the Inferno Tower. So great job to Lord Babak taking care of these low weight bases with the similar base designs. And yeah, just absolutely smashing it. Then we've got number 19, where we have got JoJo, of course, once again, also grabbing himself a 10v10. JoJo and Richard pretty much grabbing 10v10s every week. The last 10v10 is actually going to be by Richard, so you're going to see that in a minute. Richard once again successful over here as well. I actually spent quite a bit of time on voice chat with Richard today. I sort of called him out yesterday because I'm in JOF and SL now for like several weeks. And I actually hadn't voiced with him before, so I earlier, I think yesterday or something, I told him, "You're never on voice," and he said, "No, I was just busy." And today, I think we actually spent like maybe 5 hours on voice together or something. Pretty crazy, but definitely did get some stuff done. Was pretty funny. We hopped from the JOF server, attacked there, hopped over to the SL server, attacked there, hopped back later, and all sorts of funny stuff. Planned 11v11, which then we did not do because it wasn't needed, and all sorts of funny stuff. Been great. Richard is a great guy. Very nice to plan with him. And inside SL, I'm going to talk about that more inside that recap, which I will actually probably maybe also be doing, depending on what Halo says. We had the German connection going as well, with Mutke also hopping on with us, and did plan some attacks there. So quite a lot of fun this Sunday that we had. And yeah, so JoJo popping the Lava Hound here, which was of course not the goal, so sort of a worry, but he's just going to latch all those pops onto the Hound, send in some minions to hopefully be able to take care of a couple of these lava pups. And yeah, then sort of a spammy Lalo, although it is sort of a surgical deployment as well. I'm not really sure what to call this. We're just going to go with a JoJo Lalo that is always very OP. And yeah, has the heal spell down, rage spell down, all the loons getting healed back up, and absolutely mauls this base, guys. Take a look at this overkill once again. One back and Wizard Tower, of course, still left standing, but has a Hound left, which is actually not going to pop until the troops reach the Wizard Tower, so the Hound can float out in front, tank the Wizzy Tower for the loons to take everything out. Let's see, there goes a red bomb as well, ×2 speed, and the loons get to the Wizard Tower undamaged. So this base did go down. This was the first 10v10 that we got this war as well, so very well done to JoJo on getting us started off on the right foot. And then we're gonna take a look at the last 10v10 for this one, where Richard actually came in here and it took care of his own fail on this base. His first hit on this one was a time fail, actually 92%, and then we tweaked a couple of things. Once again, guys, voice chat OP, in case you are not planning on voice chat, it is so nice. And yeah, tweaked a couple of things, and he was able to clean it up. Hasted some loons onto his back and air defense. Queen is going to make her merry way up this side. And then this was actually scouted, guys, so he knew that the Queen, after targeting this elixir storage, was going to go straight over to this air defense. So yeah, may look a bit funny to you guys. And also he knew he wasn't going to lose a healer because the scout had not lost a healer either. So took advantage of that. The Queen did that in both of his attacks as well, actually. So yeah, that was awesome. And then the stuff we improved on was this, or he improved on, I should say, because I did not execute the attack. I was just there talking to him doing it. This wizard funneling the Queen a little bit better, and because in the previous attack, and also he started the dragons earlier, because in the previous attack the Queen busted through the wall here to get the bomb tower. So yeah, just started the dragons a bit earlier, and it worked out very nicely that way. King, of course, helping to funnel. And then he also had a bit of cleanup, which he didn't have in the first attack. So yeah, that is that. The Queen charging her way up here. Another tweak that he made was to use the Queen ability and not enrage her at this point, which did end up helping out. As you can see, the dragons taking out this bomb tower that the Queen had been targeting previously, so that helped him out. And yeah, for the rest of this base, he's got the rage left. This is actually going to be an epic ending, guys. Actually, I could have used this one for the Clash Fusation, and maybe not. Maybe I still can. Maybe, I don't know. But the ending to this one is going to be epic. So this one, it looks like it is a foregone conclusion, but actually all those dragons are low health if you take a look. The first one is going to go down right here. The Queen is stuck on the wall. The second one is now getting attacked by the Archer Tower, so it is going to go down soonish. He still has the level 6 Clan Castle Dragon left, so that bad boy is still working. It is going to take out the Archer Tower, but then it is going to get locked onto by this Inferno Tower. As you can see, Dragon on low on health. We've got the minion and the wizard working. He's got the 2 goblins to take down this gold mine here, but other than that, they are not going to be able to do too much. Dragon comes in, takes out the Dark Drill. Queen takes out the Inferno Tower, and now take a look, guys. It was very close on time. And out comes a black bomb, and it still is 3-star because the minion destroys it. So a very, very awesome hit, and definitely gave us some goosebumps on voice chat whenever he did that. And yeah, for the last attack for this recap, we've got Jimbo coming in for the 10v11 2-star fresh hit on this weird base, a tweaked base of a Marshall's Nation, quote-unquote troll base, 11 base that they have been using some time ago. And Jimbo taking care of it fresh, so very well done to him. Overall, we had a pretty okay performance 10v11. We did, however, go 4 out of 18 in the end, which doesn't look good, but we actually had a couple of 10v10 hitters who still attempted 10v11 very late in the war with very little time to plan, I should say. So that is 2 more hits, and we really struggled on one of their bases. They struggled on my base, which I built, actually defended 9 times, so OneHive really struggled with that. But we also struggled on their number 3 base, the Indicat base, which was also very well built. So yeah, shout out to them for that base building over there as well. But yeah, both sides with a struggle, 10v11 on one base, and the other ones were taken care of decently, I should say, decently. Yeah, Jimbo popping the baby dragon here, of course, popping the hound with a baby dragon. It's really late over here, guys. It's 12:30, but still want to record this recap to get it out there for you guys as early as possible. So yeah, Jimbo taking care of the baby, the hound with a baby dragon. Jesus. And then for the rest of this attack, he's got the king setting the funnel. He's got queen, golem, and bowlers coming in to grab the town hall. He's looking okay on percent already. Uses a rage spell to break the wall. Uses the jump spell to jump straight onto the town hall right there. Although he's using ranged troops, he's still using that spell. Bowlers help out with some damage, and then the queen does end up on the town hall. He's at 49%. Queen is going to take a strange step for a second, but then luckily she's going to change her mind and do the right thing, take out the town hall, and wrap up the 2-star. So very, very well done to Jimbo. And that brings us to the stats for this war, guys. 10v10, 4 for us, 3 for them. 9v9, 70% hit rate for us, 59% for them. 11v10, the dips, 1 dip fail for us, 2 dip fails for OneHive. And they dipped 3 9s with 10s. 10v11, 4 out of 15, 27% for OneHive. 4 out of 18, 22% for us. And yeah, that's pretty much going to do it. 1 base left standing on either side. And once again, I got to show this just because I'm sort of proud about my base. 3 out of 9, 1 defenses. Defended 9 times, did not get 2 starts. So expect that base to be out there in CWL the coming weeks because it was on the stream and all that stuff. But anyways, I'm just going to build a new one, right? That's what the Town 11 base builders have to do. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. That's going to do it for this recap. Until next time, I will see you later. Peace.